to another video. If you're new here, my name is Amanda and I do lifestyle videos based around living on my own and school, which takes up most of everything right now. So I thought since I had a couple videos under my belt that I would take the opportunity to do a 50 facts about me. So these are one of my favorite videos to watch, and I just think it's like a nice little insight for you as the viewer to get to know moi. So first things first, and my name is Amanda. My birthday is May 6th, which means I am a Taurus. Taurus is my zodiac sign. I don't know much about astrology, so I don't know about like my sun rising and moon ascending and waves descending. All I know is I'm a Taurus. Growing up, my nickname was Avia, A-V-I-A, because those were like my favorite sneakers to wear when everyone else wore Nikes and Reeboks and Jordans. And the nickname kind of stuck even now. Some of my, more seasoned friends still call me that. I am a major introvert. I know it's hard to see putting my life on the internet, but I am. And when I took general psych over the summer, I did one of those personality tests, and I found out that I am an INTJ. So there's that. I am 5'2", but I think I've grown over the years, so I'm maybe 5'3" right now. My future goal is to become a doctor. I want to either be a pathologist, or if I don't go the med school route, I want to be a pathologist assistant, which would just mean a 2-year grad school program. My favorite color is purple. I took French all throughout high school and a couple of semesters in college, so I have a very elementary understanding. So when I went to Paris, I was able to get around, but my conversation is not up to par. So I can read it, I can kind of hear it, but speaking it, I need to brush up on it. I don't have kids, and at the present moment I don't want kids. May change, may not, but at the present, that's my thoughts on that. I have 3 siblings. I have a younger brother, and we have the same mom, and then I have an older brother and an older sister in heaven, and we have the same dad. I have 2 tattoos. You probably have seen this one in a couple of videos, and then I have a tattoo in the back of my shoulder blade, which is a butterfly and stars that I want to, whenever I have the money and the time, I want to expand on it. I went to a very, very, very small high school, whereas so small my graduating class was 50 students. Very, very small Christian high school. I can swim, and I love to swim. That is like my favorite activity, especially as my favorite like exercise activity is swimming. I love the pools, I love the ocean. I just love being in the water. And whether I know my hair, but even with my hair, I love being in the water. And on that note, I have my hair type is a combination of 4B and 4C. And since the weather is changing and the humidity is not as intense anymore, I can actually straighten my hair now and it won't be like a big poofy mess. I've never broken any bones, but I did dislocate my finger a couple years ago with in rugby. During a rugby game, I did dislocate my finger, and during the game, I just like popped it back in, and it's all better now. But it did take a long time for it to fully heal. And growing up, I have played soccer most of my life, so all throughout elementary school, middle school, high school, I played soccer. I played softball for 1 season, and I played rugby throughout my adult life from 18 to now. Another fact, I was hit by a car once. I was walking across the street, and it was like after one of those like heavy rains, so the roads was like still slippery, and he saw me and he stopped, but like his car like slid into me, so it still hurt. I still flew a little. I didn't flip, but I didn't fly, but you know, it still pushed me a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And thank God I didn't break anything, but it did result in me in having knee issues for several years, where my knees would just swell up and everything, especially if I'm walking on like uneven ground and stuff. But my knees are, for the most part, all better now. I just thank God I didn't have to get surgery, I didn't break any bones, or you know, anything else more permanent happen. I am a PC girl, never had a Mac. I'm not a big Apple product person, so I've always had a preferred PCs. I have been to 4 countries. So I've been to 4 countries. I've been to Canada, I've been to Ireland, I've been to the UK, London, and I've been to France, in Paris. I have lived in Pennsylvania my whole life, and I lived in Philadelphia most of my life. The only time I lived outside of Philadelphia is when I went to Kutztown University, and I was in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, which is like an hour and a half north of Philly, for like my college years of 3.5 to 4 years. When I was a kid, my dream job has always been some sort of a scientist. So I always dreamed of having a lab coat. Other than that, if not a scientist, I wanted to be a cartoon voice actress. Because I love cartoons, and I love different voices that people can do. I just always been fascinated by that. So a scientist and a voice actress were like my 2 dreams when I was a kid. My favorite ice cream is Ben & Jerry's, hands down. Right now I love their s'mores, the Ben & Jerry's s'mores and the Tonight Dough. My favorite desserts though is apple crisp and sweet potato pies. Those are like my 2 favorite desserts. My favorite holiday is, I have 2 favorite holidays, Halloween and Christmas. And on that note, my favorite seasons are summer and fall. Growing up, I learned to play the violin, and I kind of taught myself how to play the piano, but that's something I would love to brush up on and fine-tune my skills on that. But yeah, I know how to play the violin, I can read music. It's hard. I don't know what number I'm on. My dream vacation would be Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. I am a Pepsi person. I like Pepsi over Coke. I was a C-section baby. So, yep. I guess you know that joke that I was never born, but yes, I was a C-section baby. My favorite video games of all time is, of course, like anything Sonic. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I grew up playing that video games, And then right now my favorite game series is the God of War video games. I love those as well. I have a blog. It's under construction right now, but I do have one and I do want to work on it. My focus of my blog is the difference between like pathologist assistant and me going into the pathology field. And I do want to, put some life stuff in there as well. But it's like I'm like rebranding my blog. My first car was a Volkswagen Passat. It was a 95 blue Volkswagen Passat. And my dream car is anything Jeep. I love Jeeps, SUVs, I love big cars. So, the next time I get a new car, it's definitely going to be a Jeep. My phone. I have my phone on me. I currently have a Galaxy S4. I know it's really old because like Galaxy is at what, S20 right now. Hopefully within the next year I can get I'll upgrade to a new phone. My favorite cereal is Lucky Charms and Kix. My favorite animal growing up has always been the cheetah and the Black Panther. My favorite movie of all time, like a movie that I can watch like all the time, is Amélie. It's a 2001 French movie starring Audrey Tautou. I also love Nightmare Before Christmas. That's another movie I can watch like all the time. I am definitely a cat person. I've grown up with cats. I prefer cats over dogs, even though I am open to, hopefully Kevin and I will probably get a dog sometime in the future. So I've worn glasses since 5th grade, and I switched to contacts in high school. I think it was like my sophomore year of high school I switched to contacts. I haven't gone back since. I hate wearing glasses. That's just like my one vanity thing. I hate wearing glasses. I also have astigmatism, I think in both eyes. It just means that the shape of my eye is not the average shape. I went to a doctor. I've been diagnosed with anxiety and depression last year, and I'm currently taking medications for that. And that's another thing I'm going to document in my YouTube videos, just that journey, for lack of better words. And on that note, my reason for starting my YouTube channel was to document my journey to medical school and just life in general, as an adult, living on my own, living with a partner, just everything that encompasses that. Oh, and something I would love to learn, how to knit and crochet. I want to visit all the national parks, so I would love to see like Mount Rushmore, Yellowstone Park, and just like traveling all over the country. So visiting all the national parks is on my bucket list. I am definitely afraid of centipedes, and close behind it I have like this irrational fear of dragonflies. I don't know, they just freak me out. My favorite TV shows right now is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and anything on the cooking channel and Food Network. I love food competition shows. My favorite book series is, of course, besides Harry Potter, I do love the Study series by Murray V. Snyder, and I do love anything by Nora Roberts. She is like my favorite author, and my favorite book from her is True Betrayal. And my favorite series from her is the Chesapeake Blues series that features the Quinn brothers. Such great books. If you're into like romantic fiction, Nora Roberts is the girl, and Nora Roberts is a woman, and Marie B. Snyder, she writes fantasy adventure books, and I love her series as well. The Study series, the Glass series, they're all great books that I highly, highly, highly recommend. And let me see, I should have counted this down because I don't know what number I'm on. Oh, another thing about me, I love Comic Cons, and it is definitely a dream and a goal to attend San Diego Comic Con and New York Comic Con. Of course, 2020 wasn't that year, but hopefully in the future I'll be able to do that. And a pet peeve I have, I hate when, you know, when you're at a stoplight and, like, you know, the millisecond it turns green, people want to honk their horns. But another pet peeve I have is when people ask you stuff that they can Google. And I'm not talking about like just general questions. I'm just talking about like if someone asks you what time the store opens or closes. It's like, I don't know, just Google it. Like, Google's there for a reason. It's a great resource. So those are like two of my pet peeves. And I'm very particular about buying books. So my books have to all be the same illustration, it has to have the same cover art. If I'm buying a series, it has to have the same cover art. I hate when books when books are adapted to movies. I hate when the books have like the movie cover poster. Nope, I like the original cover art. Like, what's a good example? So like when the remake of It came out and the It book was re-released, they had like the movie poster cover. If I can find it, I'll have it on the screen. But no, I hate movie poster covers. I prefer the original illustrated art, and my books have to all look the same. Alright, so hopefully that's 50, probably more. If you made it to the end, please like this video and comment below a fun fact about you. I would like to get to know my subscribers and viewers as well. So let me know a fun fact about you. Like this video, please subscribe if you haven't. Click that notification bell so you know next time I upload. And I will see you guys